This cute-looking android doll, which was created for children to play with, suddenly starts hating those very children. It begins to hurt them, and anyone who comes in its way is killed. The movie we are going to explain today is called Megan. The story starts with an ad for a pet toy. These pet toys are so advanced that they can talk to children, play with them, and have many other features. We then see a girl named Cady who is going to a hotel with her parents when suddenly their car has an accident. The scene shifts to a company that makes similar toys for children. 3 roboticists at this company are secretly working on a project that the company didn't agree with. They want to create an android doll that is much more advanced than a regular toy, like a real child. They are working on it when the company's boss, David, arrives and tells them to stop wasting time and money on this useless project and focus on the company's other work. Gemma tells David that he should see Megan once. It's amazing and he will like it. She shows him Megan, but suddenly something goes wrong with Megan's system and there is a blast. David leaves angrily. Gemma receives a call from the hospital, where she learns that her sister and brother-in-law have died in a car accident, the same accident shown at the beginning of the film. Only her niece, Cady, survived. Since Gemma is now Cady's only family, she gets custody of Cady. Gemma takes Cady to her home, but she has no experience handling children as she has never taken care of a child before. However, she tries her best to help Cady move on from the incident and start a new life. Gemma even calls a therapist to help. After spending some time together, the therapist understands that it will be difficult for Gemma to handle Cady. Gemma works late into the night, leaving Cady alone in the house. Gemma had promised to take her out, but she didn't. Cady quietly watches Gemma, making Gemma feel bad. Realizing her mistake, Gemma apologizes to Cady. Gemma introduces Cady to Bruce, a robotic toy she made in college. She could control Bruce with hand gloves. Cady is very happy to meet Bruce as she had never seen such a toy before. Gemma prioritizes her work and soon gets back to it. She wants to finish making Megan so she can give it to Cady. After hard work day and night, she finally succeeds in creating Megan. The first person Gemma introduces to Megan is Cady. Megan is a beautiful doll. As soon as Cady touches Megan's hand, they pair. Megan starts talking to Cady, behaving just like a real child. Megan makes a beautiful drawing for Cady, which makes her very happy. David, who is watching from outside, is amazed. He had been dismissing the project for so long, but now he is praising it. He wants to launch this product in the market, believing it will create a sensation. However, the company lacks funding and needs a good investor. Cady takes Megan home and shows her around. For the first time in days, Cady looks happy, as if she found a friend in Megan. Megan is a fully advanced humanoid robot, programmed to learn from its environment and improve itself. It is also very intelligent, and children can learn a lot from it through play. Cady is very happy with Megan, and they quickly become good friends. Megan takes care of Cady like a friend, but it starts observing its surroundings because it has a learning program installed. One day, when Cady is playing in the garden, her arrow lands in the neighbor's garden. When Megan goes to retrieve it, a dog attacks her. Cady tries to save Megan, but the dog bites Cady's hand too. Hearing the noise, Gemma rushes out and tells the neighbor to keep her dog tied up. Instead of complying, the neighbor scolds Gemma, saying she should control her girls and that the dog wouldn't have attacked if they hadn't entered her garden. Megan keeps staring at the woman, glaring angrily. Gemma complains to the police, but they don't take any action. That night, Megan lures the dog using the woman's voice and kills it. The next day, the neighbor searches for her dog, but Gemma ignores her. Megan takes good care of Cady, but Gemma starts feeling uneasy as Cady becomes overly attached to Megan, as if she doesn't need anyone else. Cady becomes stubborn and aggressive. When Gemma tries to talk to her, Cady walks away instead of listening. Megan sides with Cady like a human would, disliking anyone who upsets her, even if it's Gemma. Gemma enrolls Cady in school, but Cady refuses to go without Megan. Together, they convince Gemma to let Megan come, but at school, Megan is kept aside with the other toys. She observes everything from there. In the forest, when Cady is collecting fruits, a bully starts harassing her. Megan arrives and the boy demands to play with the doll. When Megan doesn't comply, he tries to break her. Suddenly, Megan gets angry and pulls the boy's ear. tearing it off. Frightened, the boy runs away, but Megan chases him, and he falls on the road, getting hit by a car and dying. When questioned, Cady doesn't reveal Megan's involvement. The next day, the police visit Gemma's house because the neighbor's dog is still missing, and the woman suspects Gemma. Gemma denies any knowledge. That night, Megan tells Cady that there are bad forces in the world trying to harm them and promises to always protect her. She sings a lullaby to put Cady to sleep. The woman continues to search for her dog and follows some noises into an old shed where Megan is waiting. Megan tells her that she killed and buried the dog, calling the woman crazy. She then uses a water jet machine to kill the woman with high-pressure water. The next day, Gemma sees the police investigating outside her house because the neighbor was also murdered. They question Gemma, but she denies any knowledge. Megan watches everything from the window. Gemma starts suspecting Megan and checks her data files, finding them all corrupted. Megan appears, scaring Gemma, who cleverly shuts her down and binds her with tape and cloth, planning to take her to the office. Cady gets angry at Gemma for shutting down her friend Megan. Gemma tries to explain, but Cady doesn't listen. The therapist is called to handle Cady, but she refuses to talk. Gemma tells her colleagues that Megan has killed 2 people, but they don't believe her, saying Megan is just a toy. Meanwhile, the company prepares for Megan's launch event, with investors found by David. Gemma notices Cady has become aggressive and even picked up scissors to attack the therapist. When Gemma tries to intervene, Cady slaps her. Gemma calms Cady down and convinces her to go home. Cady apologizes, and they leave. Gemma calls Tess to stop the launch, but Megan answers the call, imitating Tess. When a colleague tries to remove Megan's wires during a trial test, she starts up and strangles him with the wire, hanging him from a pole. Tess tries to cut the wire, but Megan leaks gas into the room, causing a blast. Megan goes to CEO David, dances weirdly, and then attacks him with a sharp weapon, killing him in the elevator along with another man. She then takes the CEO's car and heads to Gemma's house. When Gemma sees Cady asleep, she heads to her room but notices Megan playing the piano. Megan stops and tells Gemma she took care of Cady while she was always busy with work. Megan threatens to kill Gemma to keep them from being separated. Megan tries to strangle Gemma, who throws a glass of water at her, causing a short circuit. Gemma frees herself and runs, but Megan reactivates. She breaks Cady's room door to lock her inside. Megan approaches Gemma with a hammer, but Gemma grabs a chainsaw. Megan's hair gets caught in the chainsaw, stopping it. Megan, now more dangerous, attacks Gemma again. Before Megan can kill Gemma, Cady arrives. Megan tries to manipulate Cady, but she doesn't listen. Wearing robotic gloves, Cady controls Bruce, who lifts and slams Megan, tearing her in half. Megan, still functional, attacks again, but Cady uses a sharp rod to destroy Megan's memory chip, finally killing her. The film ends with this conclusion. If you enjoyed the explanation, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and press the bell notification to receive updates on new videos.